the message going into the final round, is it any different, anything special planned, or just what you've been doing over the past month or so?
I don't think it's anything different, to be honest, mate. We've sort of set our sights on this last month, to create some momentum. We want to finish with high energy. We want to still continue to grow our game plan. Our fans have really been invested in what we've been trying to do. So, yeah, we want to go really hard on the weekend, from a game plan perspective. It's always tough playing the Crows at home in Adelaide. So we know that, they're going to be up for the fight as well. So, but no, I don't think it's anything specific, mate, apart from finishing with strong momentum.
And Phoenix Spicer, could you potentially have another debutant this weekend?
Yeah, we could do. There's 2 or 3 guys I think that are in really good form at the moment, and certainly he's in the mix. We'll get through today. We'll see where Jack Marnie is. Charlie Lazaro was in good form last week. Phoenix has been in really good form for a period of time, so he's certainly well and truly in the mix, no doubt.
And how much confidence does it give you that you're kind of finishing the season pretty strongly?
Yeah, look, I think a lot, to be honest. It means that I think your environment and your culture pieces that we've put in place, mate, is really good. The energy is really important, I think, and has been for a long period of time now, and certainly since we came back from the bye. Our guys have gone to work. We've put a lot of work in around roles, structures of how we want to play offensively and defensively. So, yeah, look, it's a feather in their hat, I think, to be honest, that they're able to continue to turn up the work, continue to want to get better. We talk about that continuous improvement loop all the time, and that growth mindset. So that's been enormously encouraging for us as a coaching group to get the players to this end, knowing that they're almost pretty keen to keep going with training.
Where do you feel you've made the biggest improvements this season?
Well, I think the first thing is our reliability on our energy and our ability to turn up and understand what, the level of combativeness needs to be on a regular basis. So when things are going well for you and when things aren't going well for you, to be able to have that aspect of being able to be reliable in the way that they go about playing the game at a level of intensity, I think that's been huge for us to understand. I think there's a big piece there that players now understand the roles that they need to play, but it's just their role within the structure of the team. So that's really developed, I think, in the back half of the year, where players understanding that they don't need to do any more. They just need to execute their role correctly all the time. So that's been a significant shift. And then I think we've been able to continue to work on our offence and defence. We were strong in the corridor. We want to attack and kick goals. We've had to tweak that a little bit as the games have moved on. We were still, hard coming through the corridor, but we leaked early too much, and so we've been able to wrestle a bit more of our defence in place. So they're probably the 2 or 3 things that I think, mate, we've been able to get right in the back half of the year.
G'day, David. Jack Snape here from ABC Sport. How you doing?
Good, thanks, Jack.
Hey, just wondering, how much of the work preparation for next year is underway now, and are you kind of thinking ahead to exit interviews and things at the moment?
Yeah, we've certainly already started planning, mate, in regards to our game style for next year. We've used, certain elements within games to give us some accurate data to move into, some of your planning for pre-season. All players will go through an exit interview next week, mate. They'll have a detailed review with the coaches, the medical, high performance, and well-being. So they'll go through a range of interviews next week to make sure they're really clear on what the season delivered. We want to talk to them around information that they might have to make us better, whether it's our coaching methodology, our teaching with our meetings, improvements in our game style that they think we can make. So that'll get underway next week. But yeah, we've already started tinkering around with what next year starts to look like already.
Are you expecting much feedback from them about your performance with what you as a coaching staff can do?
Yeah, I hope so. That's the environment that we want. We all need to continue to get better, across the board, mate. So us as coaches are certainly involved in the mechanism to gather that information. We've had a couple of times that we've had some feedback from the players this year, which has been great. They've been able to help us adjust some things that are important to them. Sometimes as coaches we sort of have that global view of what's going on, and sometimes that more microscopic view from a player's perspective is really important to them as an individual. So we've been really grateful throughout the year to have that feedback to be able to adjust our integration and relationship with those players as we go.
Terrific. Just finally, there's a bit of news. Ross Lyon was talking last night about having an interest in the Carlton job. From a head coach's perspective, solidarity, do you think it's appropriate for other people to be talking about jobs that aren't even available now?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure. I haven't really followed the intimate details. We've been just too busy getting our own areas of alignment and direction. So look, difficult for me to sort of comment. All I can say is that what we've done across the board here as a footy club, from our directors from when I first had my interview through to our members, and our members need a big thank you for this year to have a record membership, where we are and in the understanding of what we're doing in the direction that we want to go. Their ongoing support gives us enormous energy, and I think from our side of things, we think we're travelling in the right direction. We certainly think like we're collective and we're united where we're going. So from our side of things, I guess that's the only area that I can comment, mate. I can't make any comment on any other club, and I think at this point in time it'd probably be inappropriate, to be honest.
I appreciate that. No, thank you.
No worries at all.
You've got a couple of your most experienced players coming out of contract at the end of the season. Just want to ask you about a couple of them. Robbie Tarrant and Sean Atley, do you expect them to go around next year? And Aaron Hall, has he earned a new contract for next season, do you feel, the way he's been playing?
Yeah, well, first of all, Brett, we're just going hard to finish this weekend. There's obviously those list management discussions that you probably need to send off to Brady. To be honest, mate, I'm in those discussions, obviously part of list management. But from my side of things at the moment, and the next 4 days I think we've got, is I'm just going hard at coaching the team, going to Adelaide in the momentum that we want to create. So that'll take care of itself in the next, few weeks, I would imagine. But at this point in time, mate, that one's probably best off to head off to Braids.